I'm going to try today to keep Roman from rolling because he's been very belligerent about rolling and then taking off. So today, I'm going to try not to let him roll in the first place. And he might not like that, but I don't want him to start thinking he can just take over when he's online. So I have his line on the bit just in case, so I have more leverage, but I don't want him to know how big he is and that he can just take off on me. Right? Because he's been getting down to roll, and then when he gets up, he just takes off for the gate. So I have his lead attached to the bit, so if he would decide to go, I have him on a long line with some rather big knots in it here, and the last 2 times he tried it, I was able to stop him. So, but today I'm going to actually try not to let him roll in the first place. So I'm working with teaching Roman how to circle. He's uncomfortable with people on his right. And so this is why gentling is so important. He's got to know that the stick doesn't always mean go. Sometimes it's friendly. Right now it's just a friendly thing. I can go up over his back. It's just a friendly game. And if he comes into my space with his ribs, then I'm going to take it and remind him that that's my space. Ideally, I want his ribs out on the circle and his hindquarters out on the circle. If he starts going faster like he is now, I'm just going to think you could slow down if you want to. And there he did slow down, which is awesome. If his ribs come in, I'm going to take my stick and talk to his ribs there and say they need to step out. Now he took that as go faster. So then I'm going to remind him the stick doesn't mean go faster. It just meant get out of my space. So, and then when he thinks about coming into my space, I'm going to remind him this is my space. He gets a little worked up. That's okay. There's a lot going on here with the stick. I'm saying this is my space. You need to stay out there. The stick is friendly. Meanwhile, you don't need to be running. You could be walking. If he calms down, I'm going to say, yes, Roman. Yes. That's beautiful. Yes. Look at it. Yes, your head can be down. Yes, you can blow out. Yes, you could be calmer. I'm going to tell him all those things are what I'm looking for. And then I may even disengage him and let him think about that. And at the same time, I'm going to make sure that I can stay on his side because he likes to put me on the other side. So any chance I can give him to tell him it's right to slow down and relax, I'm going to do. Right now I have him on the bit still, but pretty soon I'll move it over to the middle now that I know he's not going to take off and try to roll on me. And I am having him wear the bit anyways because my dear mentor I've been following lately, Nishan Cook, told me I should just have him work with the bit in just to get him used to wearing it because a lot of thoroughbreds get upset even just having a bit in their mouth. So he's pretty pushy, so I'm always reminding him that I can be here. It's okay for me to be here, and he shouldn't be pushing me around. So while he's in here calm, I'm gonna be moving his hindquarters. See here, he got in my space. I have to constantly remind him that's my space here. It's constant. Constantly I have to make him aware that he can't push me on that side. Very rarely happens on this side, and I think that's because he's used to people leading him on this side. He's pretty okay with people over here, but he's not okay with people over here. So this is where I spend most of my time. Let him lick and chew there. Even just that switching sides meant something to him there. I also spend a lot of time lately, instead of just defending my space and pushing on this space to get out of my way, I've been spending time loving him up here and telling him that he doesn't have to feel guarded about this, that it's okay for me to be here. I love this part of his body too. He doesn't have to feel defensive about this. And normally if I have those thoughts, he'll look and chew, and I think he understands that I'm telling him it's okay. There's no part of me that's angry. So then back to the circle. I'm going to start out with the circle pretty small. So if he gets his ribs in my way, I can touch him with my stick here. I want his ribs and hindquarters out of my bubble. His head comes in a little bit. I like that. See how he's curved on the circle towards me? I like that. The other thing is I'm walking with him, we're going together. If I were to back up while I'm walking, that's going to invite him to come into my space. You see how that would happen? So I'm going to go with him. Does that make sense? I'm pushing him out to the circle. I'm walking forward. If I were to walk backwards, that would be inviting him to come in. So, just to clarify that. But this is heaps better than it used to be. It used to be if I was on this side, he would just run me down. Ask my daughter. He just did not want me here at all. So I'm very excited that I have a horse circling to the right. He was on the track for 8 years, and I honestly don't think anybody ever circled him to the right. I think he just always ran left and had no idea what this circling right stuff is about. So he's nice and calm here. Love it. I'm going to ask him to trot just one circle, but I don't want to get him jazzed up. So I'm just going to ask. He wants to trot. A little bit of stick. Little bit of stick. Oh, that was pretty nice. He thought about it and actually didn't explode. I'd rather take that than him reading me and exploding. Ask him again. Oh, I love it, Roman. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And I love that right now. He broke into a walk. The last thing I'm going to do is reprimand him and say, I was trotting. Why did you stop trotting? Now, if he was my horse, Snickers, I would have blocked her from behind and said we were trotting. You should have stopped trotting. The lead said to trot and you stopped trotting. That's different than this horse who's learning to trot online, and I'm used to being explosive. With him offering to slow down to a walk, hell yeah, I'm going to take it. I'm going to say thank you for that. Try it again. Would you like to trot? A little bit of stick? Nothing. These are Inglis phases. Thought, energy, body cues, my pointing, touch the air. Thought, energy, body cue, touch the hair. Now I still have to protect my bubble. I'm still gonna tell him the stick needs friendly. Oh my gosh, this is so lovely, you guys. Do you see how he's not afraid of the stick? Not at all. I love it. Oh, I know you guys didn't see how he was before. You just have to take my word for it, but this is wonderful. My bargy little pony, big pony, is finally, after how many months? Just 4? 4 months I've been working on this to get him to not run me down. Look at all the licking and chewing going on. Ah, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Roman has been my most difficult horse ever. Not that I've had a ton, but he's been my most difficult. I'm sure people look at me and think, what the heck are you doing? Look at the dog is blowing out. Love it. That's all the adrenaline coming out. I'm so happy I got this on video, even if I never told anyone but myself. Love it, Roman. The stick means nothing. The stick does not mean speed up. It just is friendly, okay? But now, if I have intent behind it, point, stick, means go, yes. Now this means nothing again. And he knows it. Why? Why does he know it? Because of my intention. My intention is not saying speed up anymore. It's actually saying slow down. I can even have high energy, that means stop. Let's see if he can stop off high energy. Maybe take a minute. That's my boy. So that's why I hope you guys can see the actual stick and string should not mean go faster. It shouldn't mean be scared. It means if I'm giving intent to do something, he should. If I'm saying, get your body out of my space, that's something else. And if I'm just chilling, being friendly, that's something else. I hope you all get that. I love this guy. A couple of weeks ago, I thought, just never gonna get there, I don't know what to do. He was sitting for a while during the winter and getting a lot of thoroughbred pent-up energy. But now that I've been working with him more consistently, we're getting back, getting our groove back. Okay, let's see if we can do that to the left. I don't think this should be hard because the right side is our heart rate. Okay, who saw his ribs come in at me right off the bat? Might have to rewind to see that, but he was crowding my space right off the bat there. So that's where the stick says, ribs, get out of my way. Hindquarters, ribs, you stay out of my spot. This is my spot, this is my space. I'm honoring my bubble. See his ribs go out, his hindquarters go out, but his nose is in. Stick is friendly. It's not about the stick, bro. Not about the stick. And now I'm gonna think you could actually go down to a walk. I'm walking in my mind. I'm not asking you to trot. You can slow down if you'd like. Ribs gotta stay out of my way though. You guys see that? Put that in my bubble. Then the stick goes back to friendly. And I'm thinking walk right now. When he finally gets to that, I'll stop him. And we walk together. Maybe I'll put a little heel on the bridle, help him a little bit, help him a little bit. You can walk rolling. Now I'm gonna add phases on there. There you go. See how he barges into my space a little bit though. It's like, yes, you can stop, but stay out on the circle. I always have to remind him of my space and everything. Now we're gonna go back to friendly again. This is where you can really get nuts. Reminding him that this means nothing. While he's kind of tired from running around anyway, you can remind him that this does not mean go. Even if it's back here, up overhead. He doesn't want to go anywhere. And you're just reminding him he doesn't have to. Okay? Try that again. Who'd have thought the left would be harder than the right? Stomach out of my way. Need to garden my bubble there. Let him walk a little bit. I think he's thinking about rolling, which I'm going to say no, 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 no. Normally I would let a horse roll, but he's been so belligerent with this, I don't want to let him. Good boy. Normally I would love a horse to roll, but with how he's been taking over with the rolling, I don't want to let him. Okay, understand that? Now look how gorgeous this horse is. Oh my goodness. His ribs are out of my way. Now I'm going to think walk. Good boy. Good boy. Love all that. Ribs are staying out. Okay, good boy. Good boy. Quarter yield. And by the way, stay back out there. Awesome. Awesome. See how he takes little tiny baby steps towards me? He just always has to be in your pocket. It's kind of weird. He's like so pushy, but then other times I think that's an unconfidence thing that he just takes these little baby steps to get up where I am. So, awesome, awesome, awesome. Awesomeness. So we're constantly working on little things in between, like bringing his head down, kind of resist all things like that that make him do things he doesn't think he needs to do. So I don't push it. He's one that if I push things, he'll start to be like, no. So I just do it a little bit at a time. I never pick a fight with this guy, because I'm not going to win, but he loves to learn new things. So, I think that's enough for a video today. I think.